Hello and thanks for clicking on this video. It's time to talk about some more Japanese movies that I have no record of. A few more people than I expected watched the last video, so let's continue. My fan is on because it's very hot today, which is also why my hair is up. I know I don't look as good with my hair up, but oh well, it's too hot. I don't want to put it down. Okay, so the first one on the list here I could talk about for quite a while. Death Game Park. I don't even know entirely why. Maybe it's just because of nostalgia. Not really sure. I loved this one. I mean, loved is a strong word. It's a good one. It is not one of the best that I have ever seen in the world. Even of its kind, never mind overall, whatever. It is also one, it's not actually technically a movie. I count it as a movie because the entire length of the entire thing is basically a movie. But if you look it up, it's called like a cell phone drum or something like that. It's actually 5-minute episodes. However many 5-minute episodes. It's not actually a movie, but whatever. I call it a movie because it's not very long at all. Oh my gosh. That looks hilarious. Concentrate. Death Game Park. This is a serious drama. Concentrate. I can't talk. From mine. Anyway. Okay, just don't look at my shadow. Okay, where was I? That is so distracting. Oh my gosh. Death Game Park. I really like this one. Of course, Tori is one of my ultimate favorite actors, which is probably why I like this one so much, but also Inoue. He is a good actor. So, yeah. That would be why I watched Death Game Park, although I think at the time I didn't know Inoue as well. But it's a good one. It's a death game one, so basically everybody dies, but there is a twist in it. And it's good, okay? I really like Death Game Park. So moving on to Dead Run. This video might be a little more boring because there's a lot of them, and I realized there are so many movies, and I was kind of scrolling through it going, yeah, so many of these I legit don't really remember, and I have to do like all kinds of like reading descriptions and whatnot, and even then some of them I just don't remember. So you know what? I'm sorry if it's really boring, but I am just not going to dwell on the ones that I just really don't remember. Dead Run, I do not remember. I believe it was a sleeper movie. It would have been because of him that I watched it. But, so moving on to the Death Note, there's 3 of them. And I'll just across the board say, like, if you have watched, stupid hair. If you have watched the anime or read the manga, but you have never seen these movies and you don't want a spoiler, then mute this or fast forward it, because here's a major spoiler for you. One thing I liked, but also disliked about the movies was that by the end of the second movie, they changed it. Because L doesn't die. He defeats Kira and he's still alive. So they completely changed that from the anime and the manga. And that is how you end up with L light up the world. And the only problem is light up the world, from what I remember, it was kind of like a weird extension where it's like the payoff for keeping L alive is really weird. It's like he's actually dying throughout the whole of Light Up the World. He doesn't have long to live. So he ends up dying anyway. They just waited and killed him after he successfully got rid of Kira. And, like, it's a Kira virus from the description that he has to defeat. So it's like he has to defeat Kira twice. I don't know. It was like a yes, triumph, and then total, okay, what, flop. This is what you... I don't remember for sure. I don't remember exactly how well I liked these movies. It was a long time ago that I watched them, is all I remember. It was a long time ago. Because I'm pretty positive that my older brother saw them, so it would have been before 2009 that I watched those. I don't even remember because I already closed it. When were they even made? I don't know. Moving on to the next ones, Detective Conan Written Challenge and Returns Showdown. All I can guess, I think it's these ones because of Shunoguri, but I'm not even going to bother even hunting for more of the Detective Conan, because the Detective Conan is a whole huge, massive, tangled mess of a... Oh my gosh, you can't even... How many people... And Kindaichi. Kindaichi and Detective Conan, they're not the same thing, are they? Either way, those two, it's like a massive mess of tangled... Whatever. I saw a bunch of them. I don't know which ones I've seen. I mean, I have it written down there. It was like Shunoguri. I know I saw him in one of them, but like... I don't remember. They are the most messy mess ever inside of my head. I can't untangle them. So moving on to Dolls. This one was a really random one that I watched. I don't remember why I watched it. I don't remember if I found the movie and randomly got it because it was a Japanese movie. Most likely it was 2009 or earlier that I saw it. And the only thing I can tell you about this, I said that Blue Light was a sleeper movie. Dolls is even worse. Dolls, like, I don't remember what was happening. All I remember is that most of the movie, and I'm not kidding and I'm not exaggerating, most of the movie is them just standing there staring at stuff. They're like dolls. They just stand there. And they're tied together by a red string of fate. And that's all I remember about it. Oh my gosh. This is a movie that I swear is a very uniquely flavored Japanese flavor that like nobody else can pull off. And that's all I remember about it. So moving on to Drop. Can't talk about this one either. I do not remember it. It would be because of Hiro and because of Hiroki that I watched it. Because Hiroki is a really good actor and Hiro is a really good actor. And this would have been back when I was like, exploring, finding Japanese stuff. Well, let's go with the people I know. So, and looking at the poster, and even from what I remember, all I remember is that there was lots of fighting. Gang, mob fighting. Blah. Just like with Crow Zero. Blah. So then we move right along to Fullmetal Alchemist. Yamada. This is who I call Yamada all the time. He's still a favorite. You'll see. I've seen so many things that he's in. All I can really say about this one, I think there's a second one and I haven't seen it. Yes, Revenge Scar, and I haven't seen that one. All I've seen is the first one, and I think there was a lot of people that really slammed this movie. And on one hand, I'm not sure if it got slammed for the right things, because I'm slightly slamming it too, because the problem was, like, don't slam it for the acting, because Yamada is an amazing actor. The problem is, some of the others didn't act very well. Sorry, there's another guy in here, the one that plays Envy. I even told my sister, yes, he's a good actor, but no, he can't play Envy. And after we saw the movie, she's like, okay, you're right. Because at first she's like, no, he's a good actor. He'll be able to pull it off. I'm like, no, he can't do Envy right. And I was right. Problem with this one is that it is a letdown. And I think it made basically because they took too many completely scattered and unrelated plot points and crammed it all into the same movie. And it just didn't work because they crammed the wrong things together. And everybody is obsessed with the same plot points in this story. And I am telling you, I get so sick and tired of seeing those same parts of the story over and 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 over again. Would y'all please go somewhere else and do a different part of the story? And then this one took that and was like, and then they went, that was the problem with this movie. So it was a letdown. And there was weird parts in it, and I don't know. It wasn't the greatest, but it was not Yamada's fault. And then the next one on the list would be Gantz 1 and Gantz 2. And it would have been because of Ninomiya that I watched these and because of my sister. See, I saw part of the anime, I think it was, and it was one of the grossest, most disturbing animes I've ever seen in my life. It is disgusting, and it is disturbing, and it is messed up, and I absolutely hate it. The movies, however, I don't remember them, apart from the fact that, yeah, they were watchable. They were good. They were okay, at the very least. Still not really my thing. As I was just saying about Fullmetal Alchemist, the guy that played Henvy, that would be Hongo Kanata. He played well in this one. Like I say, he is a good actor. He just couldn't play Envy. Just don't go near the anime unless you are 18 plus. And even then, you better have a strong stomach. Oh my gosh. Anyway, the next one on the list would be Gokusen the movie. And this one's a little, I don't remember what actually happened within the movie. I don't even remember which one it was actually connected to. Because we'll get back to Gokusen when we get into the dramas of... Because there's Gokusen 1, Gokusen 2, and Gokusen 3. And like I say, we'll get back to those when we get into the dramas. Movie, I don't remember the movie. I don't remember. So the next one on the list is actually Ghost Train then. I don't know, part of me kind of skimming over that description, part of me wants to watch it again because I'm like, wait, it sounds like maybe it's kind of interesting. It's a thriller, but it's also a horror, and I don't like horror. So I probably don't particularly like this one. I think it was actually a fairly decent one considering the topic, but that's as much as I can really remember about it. So moving on to the next movie called Goth. And if this is the one I'm thinking it is, yes, it is. This one is definitively worth watching. There you go. Another one finally. That's definitively worth watching. And bringing him up again, all of a sudden just... Hongo, again, he is the main character in this one. And this one, like, it is a sleeper movie, but it is another sleeper movie that is so well worth it. My gosh, I need to watch this one again. Because I'm getting flickering of scenes and stuff. Everything that happened with the girl main character and everything that the guy main character is, like, the emotions and feelings that he has and everything he's dealing with, and I'm getting flashes of scenes. It is definitively a sleeper one, and yet, go watch Goth. That is a good movie. Goth is a good movie. Go watch it. And moving right along to Gintama, because I can't tell you anything else more specific about it without giving massive spoilers, and you need to just go watch it yourself and not spoil it. Okay, there's Gintama 1 and there's Gintama 2. These are the two that I'm talking about that I saw. I don't know what that other stuff that came up with. And one of them was better than the other, and I don't remember which was which. The acting and the everything else in it, again, Shun. Yeah, Suda Masaki and Miura Haruma. Both of those, like Miura, you can look him up online. He, unfortunately, is no longer alive. You can look up the whole thing behind him, but he was one of my favorite actors, and from what I remember of everything that he's been in, he's still a favorite actor, even if he's still not, even if he's not around anymore. And Suda, he's not exactly a favorite actor. It's more like a draw and pull to him because of where I first saw him. You'll get back to that. Go watch my Kamen Rider ones and you'll find out Suda, where I saw him first. Gintama. It was all good acting. It was all well done. It was very, 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 very true to the Gintama feel. And that's my problem with it. There were parts within these movies that were very true to the anime. And it's like, this is not my type of humor. This is disgusting. And I hate it. Yes, okay. I just did not recognize him. Oh my gosh. Ryo Yoshizawa. The first time I saw him was also in a Kamen Rider. And you can go watch my Kamen Rider video to find out which one. But, hey, that character is messed up. And I, like, once it actually, like, but it's, like, on a surface level, it tells you this is true about him. And then it doesn't really go into it, really. So that part about him, when it really gets into that, okay, that is messed up and disturbing, like, no. But Okita Soga, for some reason, I love that character, and Ryo played him so well. And so that, there were things about these parts of the movie, and, like, one of my, A Day in the Life of, I was watching, I think it was the second one. So I had, like, a clip of that one in there, and stuff. I'd say they're worth watching. They're well done movies. It's just some of the, I can't remember which one it is. I think it's actually the second movie that I liked better, except you have to basically completely cut out the main characters because them and their stupid poop and all the rest of the stuff, it was so gross and so messed up and disturbing. Like, there was a whole bunch of the beginning of it that I just absolutely hated. But then as you get into the actual more serious stuff and get into the part later on and you see like Okita on the train and all that stuff, that, I love that part of the movie. So, they're worth it, but at the same time, you kind of have to have a sense of humor to really fully, completely enjoy Gintama. Or you're going to have to be skipping stuff. And then there's the high school debut. I really don't remember anything about this movie either, except that it was really cute. It's definitively cute in my brain. And there's Suda again. Was it because of him that I watched this one or not? I don't know, because I know some of the other actors and actresses in this one. Yes, actresses as well. I'm pretty sure I know some of these actresses. And then there is the homeless student. And my very first impression and what's coming up in my brain with this one is cringe. No. Didn't like it. But I don't know why. Sorry. The next one on the list is Hyoten, in other words, Freezing Point. And this one, I don't remember this one either. I know that I saw it, and that's as much as I remember about it. So I have to move on, because this is long, because there's so many movies. So if I don't remember it, I'm gonna let you know that I really don't remember it, and we're gonna move on. And then, so the next one is another death game one, because this one is Incite Mill 7-Day Death Game. And this is a typical death game Japanese movie, where basically everybody dies. And there is a bit of a twist in this movie. And the reason I watched it is because of Tatsuya Fujiwara, because he is such a good actor. I told you that in my other one. He is a really good actor. And this is another one that I've seen. This one has some very disturbing parts, but it is a good movie that is well worth watching. That's all I can really tell you. Because, like, I'm putting up the descriptions because, yeah, also, I don't want to spend a long time describing each of these movies because, like, look at that. I haven't even talked about that many movies necessarily, and I didn't even say much about each of them, and it's already 23 minutes into this video. So, Incite Mill, all I can tell you is that it's worth watching. Go ahead and go watch it. I don't remember exactly how it ends. Apart from the fact it's a death game, guarantee you basically everybody dies. But exactly how many survivors there are does vary sometimes. Sometimes a couple people survive. Sometimes 3 people survive. Sometimes only 1 survives. How many exactly survive in this one? I don't remember exactly for sure. Plus, that would spoil the ending anyway. So, go watch this one. It's a good one. And then the next one on the list would be Kaibutsu-kun. I really don't remember anything about this movie except that Ono and it's a kid. I think. There's a kid that's the main character aside from Ono. I think. They get all wrapped up with the kid. Okay, and the next one I have it written down as a Japanese name. I don't know what the English name is. It's The Right Way of Playing with a Girl. Well, it's only 45 minutes long. So, it's probably more like some kind of special thing. It's probably not actually an official movie. I don't remember it. It's Hero, and that's why I watched it. But I don't remember it. Sounds very, very cheesy and kind of cringy, but I don't know. It's been way too long since I saw it. That is all I know. I can't tell you anything about this one. So, the next one on the list is Kids. Yes, it's literally just called Kids. And it would be this one here. And it's because of Koike Teppei that I watched it. But I don't remember this one very well, except that, like, you know, he's always taking wounds from other people, and it seems like that causes troubles along the way. Because, I mean, I don't know. To me, it's one of those things where it's like, I always say, like, I'd rather it's me that suffers than my siblings, for instance, but at the same time, in movies like this, it's like, he doesn't even ask the other person if they're okay with this. It's like he's taking on other people's wounds and burdens, and it's like, sometimes, okay, maybe I shouldn't get into this because this brings up a whole really, really a big can of worms. Because what does it mean to take somebody's wounds? Because when you're taking their wounds, you're taking away their scars, you're taking away the proof of what they've been through in life. And sometimes nobody likes to go through certain situations. There's a lot of hard situations where if I could do it over again, I do not want to have that happen in my life again. Like, no, take that out of my life, please. But at the same time, it's those kinds of things that make us grow and helps change us and mature us and all the rest of this kind of stuff. Our response to the situations is what makes us grow. How do we respond when stuff like this happens in life? And I don't know, sometimes it's like if you take away the scar that should have been left there, you're taking away the validation that I went through this or something. I don't know. It is hard to put into words exactly what I mean, especially when I wasn't expecting to all of a sudden talk about this, and this is coming out of the blue. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure some of that actually does come up in this movie, though. So I think it was one that's worth watching, but at the same time, that is making something come back to my brain, but at the same time, not really enough is really coming back to really say for sure. So that's as much as I can say. And then the next one on the list, I already told you, that's the problem. Kindaichi Special. I think it was this one because I put in brackets that it was Kame. So it was probably this one. But Kindaichi, like Conan, there are way too many people that have done way too many things with it. It's all mushing itself together in a messy mess inside my head, so I can't talk about it. The next movie on the list is Koizora. Miura Haruma plays in the movie. And basically what they did with the drama and with the movie, they took the same story, but where the drama is 6 episodes, the movie is only 2 hours and 9 minutes long. So the 6 episode drama got crammed into the movie. There was a couple of things they did in the movie that were completely different from the drama, probably because they were trying to, like, I mean, you want to make it slightly different. And also, I think maybe they were trying to take some of the concepts from the drama and have the emotional impact within a movie that is so much shorter. The movie is worth watching. To me, I can't remember. I think it's maybe just because it's so much shorter. The drama was better. Problem is, I barely made it through the drama because of what the story is about. I barely made it through the drama. I was so angry at him because, like, to me, I understand why people do that, where they don't want to put their loved one through it, so they don't tell them and they just push them away and then pretend everything, like they pretend that it's just that they didn't love them or something, so they push them away so that they can go over there and so that they don't have to deal with it. Don't ever do that to me. The movie is still a very good movie. It's just, to me, the movie is not as good as the drama, and I think it's purely because the movie is too short in comparison. Plus, I saw the drama first, so I don't know. I wasn't supposed to be talking about the drama too, but anyway, I can't help it when that's what's there. The next one on the list is Kurosagi. Do not let me get started on the drama. The drama is one of my top favorite Asian dramas. I absolutely love Kurosagi, the drama. However, Kurosagi, the movie, the crap, I clicked on the wrong one. This is what I wanted. I didn't realize there was another drama of that same name. Kurosagi, the movie, this is what I wanted. I am telling you, do not waste your time. This is one of the worst movies in existence. I don't even remember much about it, apart from, I'm pretty sure there was like a million flashbacks, and there was a whole bunch of pointless whatnot. Here you are all excited because they're going to continue the story. It is stupid, okay? It is absolutely horrible. It is terribly, terribly, terribly horrible. It is a complete, total, 100% waste of your time. Do not watch Kurosagi, the movie. I am sorry. I absolutely love the drama. The drama is epic. It is one of my favorite Asian dramas. Total top, probably top 10 favorite Asian dramas around. I have loved this one for a long time. The drama. The movie is horrendous. I don't know why it is rated 7. It shouldn't be rated higher than like a 5 at most. And I don't know if it even deserves a 5. And I don't remember why exactly. I just remember some vague whatevers that was like, what the crap is this? It was a ridiculously massive letdown. It was horrible. Don't watch it. That's what I can say about that one. So the next one on the list is Last Promised. Saigo no Yakusoku. And this is like one of the most awkward covers I've ever seen in my life. Oh my gosh, guys, why are you all shirtless? Wow. I mean, wow. This is one that was entirely focused on Arashi, and like Arashi is the main characters of it. And so, but it is a really good movie. Yeah, it's a really good movie. This is another movie that's worth it. Go watch this one. After what I just said about Kurosagi, Kurosagi's like, Last Promise, the next one on the list. Yes, Last Promise, definitely worth your time to go watch. It's a good one. Very, very good one. The next one on the list is called Last Quarter, and I actually do have a date for this one. Shock of all shock. The date that I watched this, apparently, was October 7th, 2010. Interesting. I watched this 15 years ago. I saw this one more than once, though. I got a friend to watch it, too. Hyde. Yes, it's Hyde. Hyde played in this one. I don't know if I should get started on Hyde. Wait to the other movie to talk about him. This one I've got very mixed feelings about because when I was watching this movie, this is a very well done movie that is worth being watched. It is a good, strong, they did a good job with this movie as far as I'm concerned. Problem is that it's a reincarnation movie, and I do not believe in reincarnation. I've seen way too much of it, and way too many of the whatever Chinese are obsessed with it, and it never makes sense. It does not make sense. So I have mixed feelings on this one now because, like, you know, it is a reincarnation one. Plus, the whole time, the first time I watched it, every time I watched this movie, Hyde's character, it is not fair what happens to him. What is with this main girl and her brother / boyfriend? Like, in both lifetimes. Hyde's character, Adam, he got so wrongly done by in this movie. It is not fair. I'm like, why did you make this movie this way? It's like all about her love with Adam, except that it's not. And I'm like, what? So there you go. That's my thoughts on that one. It's a good movie, but at the same time, it's not fair and it's kind of messed up. And it's like, dude, wait, what? So I have very mixed feelings on it. The next movie is Letters from Iwo Jima. There's like the Japanese one that Ninomi is the main character in, and there's the American one. They're both telling the same event, but this one tells it from the Japanese side, and the other one tells it from the American side. The one from the American side was not very good. I don't even remember what it was called, but like I was watching it. It's not because it's from the American side. It's literally, there's just something about it that just, the way they chose to film it and the way they chose to tell the story, it just was not as well done, from what I remember. Letters from Iwo Jima is a very well done movie. I don't have fond memories of it. Mainly, mostly, largely, mainly, because it's a war movie, I'm positive. But it was well done, from what I remember. Possibly too well done. So the better a war done movie is, the less I like it. The next one is called Liar Game. Liar Game Final Stage. We'll get back to, because these ones are always so tricky to talk about. These movies that I saw where, like, this is actually the end. There's 2 seasons of a drama first, and then there's this one. So it's kind of a little hard to talk about these ones, even if I did remember them, and I kind of don't remember them. Because these are not exactly death game dramas, because nobody is dying from what I remember. Unless I'm wrong. I don't think they actually died in these ones if they lost. I think they just get kicked out because they lose all their money. I don't know. I need to watch these ones again, because here's the problem. Matsuda Shota, his character, whether it's the dramas or the movie, straight across the board, I absolutely love that guy. He is so cool. The girl, Toda Erika, she's one, I've seen her in a lot of stuff too. I suppose you could call her a favorite actress, I suppose. I don't remember exactly all the stuff right now, but I've seen her in a lot of stuff. And she's a good actress. But, the problem is her character, I kind of liked her, kind of didn't, because she's supposed to be like one of those ones that's kind of, she's got her hidden strength, it's just that she's a little bit out of her league, so he's the one that, like, supports her and helps her through the parts she doesn't know how to deal with, but then she's always the one that ends up turning it around, because, like, he's got, like, the darker side to him, and she's the only light of, like, goodness, so she has to, like, every time it gets to the darkest edge, she's the one that pulls it back from there, because she always comes up with some way to pull it back. Always, throughout the entire drama and the movie and everything, so spoiler or not, that's the kind of character she is, and that's the kind of thing she does. So I don't remember specifically about the movie, I don't remember if it was all that grand, but either way, you probably don't really want to watch it unless you watched the drama, because, like, it's not going to mean nearly as much to you if you don't know. You could probably watch it even if you don't know the characters, because you probably get something out of it, but at the same time, you wouldn't get the full richness of these 2 characters at the very least. I don't think anybody else in this drama, I don't think anybody else in this movie is from the drama. It's like a whole new cast even within the dramas. I don't remember if there's anybody else that comes from season 1 into season 2 apart from the 2 main characters. But yes, you want to watch the drama because that's where you really get to know these 2 characters. So the next one on the list is Lovely Complex. And already I can tell you I do not know. I don't have a clue. I don't remember. Koike Tepe again. He'd be why I watched. Oh, and Hero's in this one as well. But nope. It's just pure romance fluff. Total fluff. They always throw something in there that's not quite fluff. The Japanese do that quite a bit. Where it's like not entirely fluff. Because they do throw some heavy hitter moments of at you even in the middle of complete fluff. But it's like 95% fluff. So many of their movies like this. So many of them are just half fluff. I mean, not half fluff. 90% fluff. And so, the next one on the list is called Love Gear. And I apparently watched it February 24th, 2014. Was when I, first watched it. I can't tell you anything about this movie. I don't even remember what it was about. The only reason I watched it is because of Ozawa Ryota. They did this thing. Go watch my Super Sentai video. From what I remember, I liked this movie, but I don't even remember I mean, even the description on my drama list, that is terrible. This is the third installment of Toy Hero Next. It features the cast of Kaizoku Sentai Gokaiger. That is not a description of what the movie's about. So I really... My poof, brain exploding. What on earth was Love Gear about? I don't have a clue. Thanks. Thanks, my drama list. Thanks. Oh no. That's not fair. Asian Wiki doesn't even seem to have Love Gear. Moon lovers, that's got nothing to do with Love Gear. Sorry. I can't even tell you what Love Gear is about because my drama list doesn't have anything and I don't know where else to look. I don't want to spend a million years trying to find Love Gear. The next one on the list is Lupin the Third. Okay. This one here, Lupin the Third, I'm sorry, I have to go full-blown backstory here because Lupin the Third, from what I remember, this movie was worth it. This movie was a good one. Like, you should go watch this one. It came, obviously, from, like, manga series about Lupin. Like, he's a thief. He's a really good thief. And it's Shunoguri. But I have to sidetrack into the backstory here because Yamada Yu, from one, like, I don't remember what she's in, and my drama list does this stupid thing where it doesn't translate the name, so I'm like, what the heck one was this? I'm so lost. I don't know. I don't even remember exactly how much I've seen her in. I've seen her in a few things, I think, because her name seems very familiar. But the backstory of Lupin the Third. Yamada Yu has a very, very brief bit part guest appearance in this one. She's just a flight attendant on the plane. But the reason this scene is so cute is because Yamada Yu and Shunoguri are married. And that makes the scene so cute. Like his reaction when he just happens to look at her and she happens to look at him and it's just like, got nothing to do with anything within the drama. She is nobody in this drama. Their characters have nothing to do with each other. There is nothing there. But the actor and the actress are married, and it makes the scene so cute when you know that. I'm telling you. I need to go watch this movie again. This is a good one. That's all I'm remembering at the moment. I don't know why. I don't know what the heck. I don't know. But it was a good movie, and I loved this. This was an adorable little aside background thing. Sometimes the background things. Sometimes you just don't want to know. Other times it's like so worth it. you want to know. And now this one is getting very, very close to an hour long, so I'm going to stop this one here. I'm trying so hard not to say as much about them, and I do not feel like I've been filming for a whole hour. This is really weird. But I'm going to stop this here, because that brings me to the end of L, which means I got from D to L. That is the end of this one. So there will be a third, if not a fourth, because we only just made it to M. So, I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope it wasn't a complete waste of your time. I don't know. Within this one, here's a list of the movies that I said were really good and really worth it. Do you believe me about any of them, considering how little I said about each of them? I don't know. But I hope you enjoyed. I hope you can go find some of these. And I hope, if you do see them, you can leave a comment. Tell me which ones sound interesting. Tell me which ones you end up watching and what you thought of them if you do. Bye, and thanks for watching.